Hey and welcome to this new video of learning and mastering Symfony 3. So in this video we will learn or we will actually code this fast access. So if we were in any page and we click, for example, in new category or in new article, we will be redirected to the form either of new category or new article, and we know that this select it's in all the page. So if we go here to list category, or even if we go back to just here /admin, we will see that it's still in here. So this means that we need to go and code it in our master page, which is the backend master page. So I will just, for the moment, I will close all of that. So just close and also close. So backwards or back then, if we want to do like this and we want our website to look good and nice and cool, we use jQuery. But now for this training we will not use jQuery, we will use something even better. And probably you know what I mean by something ever better, and yes, we will use the vueJs. So here this is the select, so we will use here vueJs. For the people who already know and maybe worked before with vueJs, that's good. You can stop the video and go and try to do it for yourself or by yourself, and after that, if you find any error, go back to the video and check where the error is. For the people who never program with vueJs, and for the people also who don't know what vueJs is a JavaScript framework and also a library. Yeah, remember that vueJs and React.js, they are framework and also library. So first let's go and install vueJs in our machine. So to download it, let's go to the official website of vueJs. It's vuejs.org, and after that click on get started. After that, go click here on installation, and here he will give us two options: development version and production version. So what's the difference between them? Here, production version, if we want to edit the vueJs file that we will download, but if we want, we will just download production version, and it's in zip. That means it's less in the file of size of the development version. Yes, and now here it is, it's download. Let's see it in the folder, and here it is, our vueJs, vue.mean.js. So after that, let's copy this file. So copy, and let's go to our Symfony project. So for me it's in C, and I name it App Symfony. Let's go in web, and here we have like a back folder and front folder. And since vueJs, we will use it in the both in now for the backend, and also we will use it in the front end. So let's create a new folder and let's name it GS. After that, let's go inside that folder and paste our file vue.mean.js. Now let's go and add vueJs to our backend. So here, and I will add it just top of JavaScript. I will here change to HTML, and let's generate a script. So script, and here src equal, and now you know it, I think we will use asset function. So asset, and if we go here to the web, we have this vueJs in a folder called JS in our web folder. So here gs/vue.mean ep54.js. Let's save, and let's create another script where we will be like initializing our vueJs. So here let's initialize our vueJs var, and let's give it a name of a variable. Let's name it, for example, my app. So equal new view, and with capital V. And inside this view we will pass data. Here it's a semicolon, and here, no, not in here, but in here we will have our first, so el, that's mean element, and the name of the element, it's app, so app. And here also data, and it's also an object, so open bracket. And inside this data, let's add let's create a variable. Let's name it, for example, message, and let's give it, for example, vueJS is working fine in your machine. So let's save this. Here we forgot JS, because as you know, JavaScript it go with ID. So here let's create new div with ID app. So here div with ID app, and inside this div let's put, for example, h1, and let's give it vtext. So vtext equal this message, so msg. Save. So now after saving, let's go and see if our if the vueJS it's installed fine. So let's refresh, and here vueJS it's working fine on your machine. That means that vueJS that we install vueJS well. So now we want to, here when we click on new category or new article, so to change or to go quickly to our creation form. So now let's go back to our code. We do this just to make sure that vueJS it's working, so we will now delete it, and let's go back to our select. Yeah, this is select, and here the path for new category, it's admin post new. So slash admin slash category slash new, and same thing for the article or for the post, but here it's post. So post, and we will give it a v model. So v model equal to, let's give it a name, let's give it also fast access. So fast access. Let's save. So now let's go back and create a new variable in here in the data. So the name of this variable is fast access, and for the moment I will give it empty. So and here let's create a method in vueJS. So method and methods with s, and we will give it an object, so like this. And let's name our method, for example, get fast access. So get fast access in the camel case, and let's give it an unnamed function. So function without name, that's why we name it unnamed function. And for the moment let's just make an alert, and in this alert we will see what's inside this fast access, and we will use this dot. So now I'm creating the method, so I need to call the method so that I can or it will be show like the value of this fast access. So now let's go to our select here, select, and we will use v on two dot change. That means if you're familiar with JavaScript, that's meaning on change. And here we will use this method. So let's save. And since now, no, in this one I need to put it in select. Yeah, here in select. And since I'm using vueJs and I delete this division here, so I need in this id division to add id app. So id equal app. Let's save now. So now let's go and see in our browser, and here without just get fast access, let's go refresh, or let's go to the list of article that will disappear when we refresh him. And here let's choose, for example, one of those select, so category, and see here in the alerts admin post new. Let's now click on category and admin category new. That means that the vueJs in select is working fine. So now let's go and add this. So let's go back now to our function, delete alert. It was just for like checking if everything is okay, and we will use window dot location equal to this dot fast access without forgetting semicolon. So now let's go, let's refresh and see if like this fast access will work. So now we're in post. Let's click, for example, in new category and see here, still refreshing, and see that we are redirect to the creation form of new category. Let's click or do the same for new article. So here new article, trim, go back, let's see here new article, must validation group or something that we write it incorrect in here in the creation of the form. So we'll go back and see. So hey guys, the error was in so go back to, if you have the same error, go back to your controller, post controller, and here add an S. It's validation groups and not validation group. Do that, save, and now go back and refresh. So now if we go back in here, new, this is post, so new category, we will be removed to new category. And also if we click on here new article, we will also be redirected to new article. So now let's go and even do some modification in this vueJs code or make it better. So now what we will do is, in here we will not put this option like here, but we will create them in vueJs and use for loop so that they can be in here. And it's also occasion to see how we can do loops in vueJs. So let's go back in here, let's create a new one in data. Let's name it, for example, list fast access, and let's give it an array. So here let's make an object. Let's give it a name, for example, label, for example, or title as you want, and let's give it fast access. So fast access, and here another one, link equal, it's it's empty for the moment. I will just copy and paste this 2 times, so 1 2. Here new category, for example, so new category, and the link, now you know it, it's admin category new, and here it will be new post or new article, so new articles, and the link it's slash admin slash post slash new. Here if you want to remove this one, since this is the last, you can remove it. Save. So now let's do this for in our list. So let's go back to our list here, and for loop in vueJs, it's v_for equal to the list. So here we name it, I think, yeah, list fast access. So we will copy it in here, and we know that this list has like a lot of things, so we will initialize with a new variable. I will name it, for example, access in list fast access. So here I will just use this access. So let's same way we did for the twig. So access dot here access dot label, and here we'll also use access dot link, and in vueJs to tell, for example, that this value will be dynamic, we need to use vbind. So vbind to dot value and link access. So now if we save and let's go to the browser, let's go back to our list, for example, list of article, and let's see. Here when we go to our navigator and refresh, he will give us this error, variable access does not exist. And why is that? Because like here in the select we use like a the vueJS code or the vueJS syntax here and here and here and also in here. And as you notice, the syntax for the vueJS, when we want to show something, it's the same for the twig. So this is not like vueJS error message, but a Symfony error message, because in the twig he told us that I don't have or I don't know this access variable, and that's why he tell us here in the message of the problem, because this access we initialize it in here with the vueJS, also here in vueJS, and also in the script in below in the bottom of the page, if you remember, in vueJS. So now how we can tell Symfony that this code from cell in that this select code is not twig, is something else. So to do that, let's go here to the select, and we will use verbatim. They call it verbatim. So verbatim, and since we open it, we need to close it. And here and verbatim. So and verbatim. Now we finish. If you want to go back and use twig so that those can be colored, Save. Now let's go back to navigator and refresh, and now it will work fine. See here to welcome, here the label. Why is that label? Let me just go back and see. Don't know guys, for you, if you have like the same problem as me. I check and I check again, and everything, it seems to be okay. This is how we do it, so I don't know what happens. So I will just go back to the old way without view. So just Control Z, and here new category without any for, and also from here without that second list. So now I think that is okay. Go back to see my select. Let me go back and refresh to see now if it's working. So here, new article, it should work now. Yeah, new article. Let's go to new category, and also it should work. So new category, yeah, and it working. So this is all for this video. And for this select, I know that we can do it just by just with twig. The easy way I think to do it is just here to add like an anchor or an A, and we did same like we did for this. Just copy this, for example, new category, copy this one and paste it in here. And also for new article, we can also do it with jQuery, but jQuery is not anymore like it's not anymore something that you should know. For example, we don't use it anymore. And in the framework of front end, I think the future is with vueJs. That's why we start vueJs, and for front end we will do it all with vueJs, so that you can learn Symfony and vueJs. So I think this is all for this video. See you next.